WP Essentials #1. Now, this video, I made it for Arrow because he came to me with a suggestion of listening parties. And I think that's a good idea. But obviously, I don't want to just like have it so, oh, hey, ping everyone. Let's just listen to this album. WP, he just pulled it up out of nowhere. And it's like some obscure noise record that no one likes. Nah, I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be professional. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna make these like essential videos, and then we can organize a listening party based around it. I actually haven't talked to Arrow about when we'll do it, so we'll work that out later. But for now, and I actually made this video because I was thinking of when I was listening to this, I was actually thinking of Arrow. Because I know Arrow, and probably some of you guys, because you all are kind of similar in your demographics, let's say. And so I know you have a mild interest in electronic, ambient, and hip hop kind of stuff. I know you all have that. Maybe a bit of like rock and all that. And so that's why my first WP essential for this is going to be introducing by DJ Shadow. Now, DJ Shadow, his real name is Joshua Davis, and he got his start as a DJ for his college radio. And he's actually renowned. He has a very large record collection. Wikipedia says 66,000. And I think you'll understand why if you understand a bit about what this album is. It actually has a Guinness World Record, though he himself has contested this, of being the first album made 100% out of samples. We contest it because you think there might be some before, and I agree, obviously. I think you can find some sample stuff before this. But anyway, so what this album is, it's composed entirely of samples. It came out in 1996, and so I mentioned earlier, I know you have like a mild interest in hip hop and all this. So like think of it like this is like hip hop's post rock moment, essentially. So like there isn't any vocals, there's no rapping on it. Okay. But I mean there's like vocal samples and stuff on it. And also a few of the tracks not on the album do have some spoken word bits over the music. But anyway, what this is like it's like hip hop done at the most atmospheric and like instrumentally interesting and complex it can really be done, you know. And it's kind of notable it's made all out of samples too, because it brings like such an eclectic and like varied tasteful mix to the sound. But like also it's not just like there are a lot of albums, and that's why I didn't try to estimate. Like I could just be like, oh, it's like 100, 200. Now there's actually a lot of albums that are just samples now that exist, but like a lot of them they just sound like mashups. Like Neil Cicero, that's an example that you guys might know. I mean he only makes like meme music or something like that. His songs, they're just mashups. But if you told me this album wasn't made all of samples, I'd believe it. I believe this was made by some atmospheric drum and bass artist or something like that. Okay, but no, like if you listen to it, like all these songs are they're just composed like normal songs, really. Like they're finely composed slabs of like labyrinthian psychedelia. But also, it's not like, Coil, though, where it's labyrinthian, it's 3 hours long, stuff like that. No. See, on top of that, this is instrumental hip-hop, too. So there's a familiarity and a relativeness to the sound that I think you guys would appeal to, because, I mean, instrumental hip-hop is, like, at its all-time popularity in ever right now. Or, actually, 2 years ago. But it's still holding out, I think. So I think that'll appeal to you because this is actually the first notable record in the genre. I mean, it's not the first. The first genre, the first I actually looked it up. It has like it has 200 ratings. It actually does seem pretty good. But I can't remember its name. But no, this is the first metal record. This came out a decade before Jay Dilla, Nuyabes, and Madlib were doing anything. And this influenced, well, not only them. This actually influenced a lot of modern music. You know, I mean, it directly influenced a lot of our, like, it directly influenced Radiohead, especially. They actually specifically did a song in reference to this. It's on Wikipedia. I don't remember. It's not important. I actually wasn't even going to mention it. That's not in the script. But anyway, so I think you guys will actually find them pretty relatable. Because you're familiar with like the kind of instrumental hip hop sound, and I actually think that really adds to this album because it's not like Coil. They're free to do whatever they want. Coil, I'm just mentioning because they're like a psychedelic electronic group, but like they're otherworldly. They're doing their own thing. This is still grounded in the real world, which is why there's also a political leaning to the songs, but also another thing that I think is interesting. My favorite tracks on it. Two favorite tracks were "Midnight in the Perfect World" and "Long Stem." So if you're pressed for time, you can just listen to those two and skip the listening part if you want. I mean, it's only 40 minutes though, so I don't know. But anyway, those are my two favorite tracks because they bring such a darkness and a sense of dread that's absent from the vast majority of not only hip hop but instrumental music in general. I mean, not counting, dark ambient kind of stuff, obviously, but like in general, though, it's just a very unique kind of sound. So, I mean, if that interests you, I think we might do a listening party or something this week or this weekend or something like that.